How do you get scammed on eBay these days? It's really easy. All you have to do is sell anything that costs more than about $500 and you are opening the door for scammers to rip you off. And eBay is allowing it. It just did it to me for a second time in the last month. And here's what happened. I sold a brand new item that cost $600. Someone bought it, I shipped it to Florida, and it arrived a couple days later. It was brand new, it was in the box, and the buyer responds with a message saying, I have a problem. There's a picture of a black computer screen. It was a computer graphics card. No surprise there, this is Gaming Bench. I have a problem of a black screen. No indication that the graphics card is connected to this black screen, just a black screen. Well, you can't do much about it as a seller, so I authorized a return. I provided a return shipping label, and all the person buying had to do was go and drop it off to get it back to me. Days go by, I reach out and I say, hey, are you sending that item back? No response from the buyer, but the next day, I get a message from eBay saying the buyer opened a dispute, asking us to step in and resolve this issue. And I'm like, what the heck? Still no indication that my shipping label has been used. And I respond to the eBay message and I say, do not close this. I have not received the item back. My shipping label has not been used. This is a $600 item. Please look into this. This buyer is a scammer. It was obvious. If you call the phone number that the buyer listed, it was disconnected. If you looked at the address the buyer listed, it was a storage unit in Florida. So there's no question this was a scam. Well, the buyer created their own shipping label through eBay that's shipped to my same city, and it was delivered days before any of this had happened. And I'm like, delivered to where? I had no record of the shipping label. Only eBay had that and the buyer had that. So thus begins the dispute. They did rule in favor of the buyer, refunded him $600, and he kept the graphics card. That's bullcrap. So then I respond and I look into it. This goes on for 10 days. eBay finally, after 10 days, provides me a thing saying, oh, we auto-generate a USPS shipping return label, and you should check your return shipping address, and a bunch of other complete nonsense, because they know at this point that I've been scammed, that they gave the buyer back $600, and that there's no way they're getting that money. So they're doing anything they can to avoid paying me back for their own freaking mistake. With the USPS label, I go and check it up. Sure enough, it was delivered on November 7th. But then I go and I request additional details, and the package was 8 ounces. Well, gee, that's strange considering the graphics card weighed 2 pounds and the box it shipped in weighed 4 pounds. How did it just go on a diet to where it lost 7/8 of its total mass? Again, complete scam. And the package was signed for or delivered to a local grocery store about 3 miles away. Never linked to my account. No way that accidentally happened. So the buyer created a return shipping label and sent it to a grocery store. And eBay, after weeks, is still refusing to admit that it screwed up. I've been through this with 3 different responses. They're all canned responses from some dumbass over in India or wherever who is not trying to look into it. Actually, they know perfectly well what happened. And so they're just giving me the runaround. Here's what you do in order to make sure that the buyer is not disappointed. Make sure you describe your product with words that go beyond images. It was a brand new item. What am I supposed to say beyond that? Set real expectations for the buyer. The buyer said the item was not as described. What am I supposed to do about that? eBay is 100% in favor of the buyers these days. It's opening it up to massive scams, and there's nothing you can do about it as a seller. So I encourage you all, if you have ever sold anything on eBay, boycott the platform now. Don't go back. I've been on there for 20 years. I've sold tens of thousands of dollars of items on eBay, and they don't give a crap. They could not care less. They took a fraudulent purchase, they refunded the money to that fraudulent scammer, and then they're sticking me with the loss. That's all I'm going to say. Do not buy or sell anything on eBay. I will never go there again. Screw you, eBay. Rot in hell. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please get off eBay because you're just opening your door up to losses if you sell anything worth any reasonable amount of money on the platform. Take care.